Let's dive right into this renter-friendly bathroom makeover on a budget by first addressing cluttered bathroom counters. I found this framed dry erase board on the curb on trash day, and all I needed to do was remove the metal hangers. If you live in a rental property and you have damaged or ugly counters, you can create a giant-sized tray like this one. Next up, Lowe's, where we're going to pick up some of those finishing pieces for our giant-sized counter tray. Instead of recovering this counter with marble contact paper, I just didn't want to go to all that trouble, so I decided to make this giant tray that's going to hold everything that we need and corral it in one place, making this much less cluttered looking and more visually appealing. I'm taping some shelf laminate paper to the front of this tray just so it'll make it really easy to clean, and I can also replace that if it gets stained. For the finishing touch, I'll measure and glue on handles to each side to really make this look like a high-end tray. I'm linking everything I'm using down below in my description box and in my pinned comment in case you want to duplicate this look. I glued these handles on with E6000 and they're actually a strong enough bond that I could really use this for a tray, but for my purpose, it's mostly decorative. If you're looking for a rental-friendly DIY to remedy your cluttered counters, try this one. Comment below and let me know what you are up to this weekend. We have a builder grade giant size mirror, which I really actually love for visibility and getting ready in the morning, especially since we have these two sinks. But I did want to take it up a notch. So I visited a store called Daiso, Daiso. It's the Japanese version of the Dollar Tree. Daiso has a guide that helps you figure out the price of items since they are marked in yen. So for instance, this cute little bag was marked at 500 yen, and I went to the conversion guide and saw that that equals $6.25. Check Daiso.com to see if you have one of these stores in your area, and if you want renter-friendly bathroom makeovers on a budget, you need to find yourself a Daiso. The Japanese approach seems to be making the very most of small spaces, so they have so many tools and hacks. And I found these vinyl sheets that I cut into 3-inch strips, and we're going to use this to make a frame for our mirror. You really can use any type vinyl that you like. I picked this one because it's textured and it looks a little bit more like authentic wood. The key to getting the vinyl to stick is to pre-treat the area with rubbing alcohol, making sure that you've gotten any fingerprints or markings off the mirror. Keep watching to see some more of the fun gadgets I purchased at Daiso, and I'm going to show you how they work. To make this renter-friendly mirror frame look even more polished, I attached the strips at the top and bottom of the mirror first, and then I cut at a 45-degree angle for the side strips. This is a subtle change that makes this room look so much more high-end, and it's going to be easy to remove when we move on. For less than $5 and about 30 minutes of work, I think it was totally worth it. For the finishing touch, take a blow dryer and hold it about 6 inches away from the surface, smoothing out any bubbles and making sure that vinyl is sticking to your mirror. This renter-friendly bathroom DIY project is so simple, it doesn't take long, and you will be so glad you did it for the upgrade it's going to give your bathroom. Welcome, I'm Shannon. This is Skip to My Life, where we talk about all things downsizing and small space organization. Now let's have an honest conversation about rental lighting. Our building is a little bit older, and these are the lights that we had when we moved in. I do not know why it took us so long to replace this, but if you only do one rental-friendly bathroom makeover, replace your lighting. Not only did bugs get caught in this original lighting and just present an eyesore, but the lighting in here made it really hard for me to get my makeup right in the morning. And for not very much money, I replaced that light, and we can take that down when we move. This next rental-friendly bathroom makeover DIY is a little bit controversial. If you're a longtime watcher or a subscriber of Skip to My Life, then you know I am a huge fan of clear acrylic containers. If you are too, you need to visit Daiso because they have every shape, size, and function of clear acrylic container. Many of you have commented that you feel like I use too much plastic in my videos, so let me explain that. Like many of you, I have pretty severe rheumatoid arthritis in my hands, so having glass containers, especially in my bathroom, is a hazard. This tiny spatula, as well as the hairbrush cleaner, were things I could not pass up, and I'm going to show you how I use them. Before I put the labels on these containers so I can tell what's in them, I made sure to pre-treat them with rubbing alcohol so I got any of the smudges or the fingerprints off. Another reason I like to decant things into clear containers is because I will cut the original bottle open and scrape out every last drop of that product. So often there is much more left inside that we're not using, and I really want to get my total money's worth. Daiso also had this special funnel that allowed me to balance it on top and scrape out all the last remaining product from the lotion bottles. My favorite hairstyling tool is my Revlon dryer and curler in one, but it had gotten so much nasty hair caught in it that it was just gross to me. This hairbrush cleaning tool did a terrific job, and I'm going to link to a similar one on Amazon. Just by transferring my daily use items from their original bottles to these clear acrylic pump bottles, I have reduced so much visual counter clutter. And also, these pump bottles will make sure that I use every drop of the product and I can see easily when I need to replace it. I have so many fun ideas coming up for you in the coming months, so make sure you're subscribed so that you don't miss out. The dark knobs and pulls in this rental bathroom drew the eye to the painted over cabinets, and they didn't match any of the other faucets in the bathroom. Make sure to replace those screws in the knobs and pulls, because then when it's time to move, you'll have everything in one place. This episode is not sponsored by Lowe's, but I found a great assortment of knobs and pulls there for under $5 a piece. This next budget-friendly DIY bathroom makeover is a little bit more work, but for me it was worth it. Since the knobs were removed, I deep cleaned the front of these painted cabinets. I gave them a light sanding, and then I steam cleaned everything. Now, some of the vinyl paint was falling off, and so I decided to go over those cabinets one more time with just a light coat of paint. If you're afraid you'll lose your deposit by doing this, make sure to color match it by taking a tiny swatch and taking it with you to the hardware store. I just used some extra paint that I had on hand and it worked fine for me. The key to getting a great finish on cabinets is to use a roller cover that's meant for that purpose, and it's not expensive. Now we're ready to replace those old dingy knobs with new shiny ones. So far, we have the old light fixture and the knobs and pulls, and I recommend that you have a box where you place all the things that you've replaced so that when it comes time to move, you can take all those out and put them back in place. It's funny how one tiny project like this can really lift your mood. I didn't realize how dingy the fronts of those cabinets had become and what a difference this was going to make visually. I was able to do this renter-friendly bathroom makeover in 1 week, but you don't have to do that. You can just take these one project at a time. We are going to tackle this dingy rental bathroom floor with some peel and stick tiles from Lowe's. Before we start, let me show you some of the tools that I used. First of all, you'll need the tiles. Secondly, you'll need some type of spray or paint on adhesive. Next, you'll need a really good knife for this specific purpose. And lastly, I'm going to show you the guard that I put up around the bathtub. As you can probably tell, I have tried painting this grout before. I've tried the little grout pins. Nothing has worked. So I decided to just overhaul the whole floor by using these peel and stick vinyl tiles. The first and most important step to getting these tiles to stick properly is to clean the floor thoroughly. When you think it's clean, clean it again, because you don't want any dust particles to keep those tiles from sticking. And while I was doing this step, my trusty sidekick Bella, my long-haired dachshund, reminded me that we needed to do some shout outs to your fur baby. So I am getting completely caught up with my shout out list. And if you want me to shout out to your fur baby, make sure to leave their name in the comment section below. Before we go any further, I know that you're probably thinking this looks really easy, but in truth, it's not really a beginner-friendly project. I've put down peel and stick vinyl in many different properties that we have been in, so I felt pretty confident. But if you've never done this before, you want to get a friend to help you. You want to be really, really safe with that tile cutting knife, or you may just want to hire someone to do it for you. There is adhesive on the back of these tiles, but I always add just a little bit more spray adhesive to make them stick better. This project is like doing a giant awkward jigsaw puzzle. I've gotten all the solid pieces placed, and so now I have to go back and cut the pieces to fit, and that's my least favorite job, but I got a really nice heavy-duty knife that's supposed to make it so much easier, and I am already loving how it's turning out, so I'm ready to get this job finished. I want to give a shout out to my long-suffering husband. I told him, oh, I'm just going to replace the knobs on the cabinets in that bathroom, and he came home to find me midway through retiling the floor. So there is definitely a downside to living with a creative person. Of all the rental-friendly bathroom makeovers I've shown you in this video, this is by far the most time and energy consuming. It's one of those that you really need to finish once you've started, because you don't want moisture getting down underneath those tiles and causing mold or mildew. The secret to this peel and stick tile staying in place is to really firmly butt each piece up next to each other. But when you're ready to move, this will be so easy to peel up. Once you've raised one piece of it, the rest of it comes up pretty easily. Once I was finished with that tub edge, I treated the area with rubbing alcohol and then just applied this peel and stick stripping to the side of that tub so that no moisture will get down underneath that peel and stick tile. Don't skip this step. It not only gives you a finished look, but it prevents the bathroom from accumulating musty odors. Well, this was a lot of work, but it was really worth it for me, not just for the look, but also for the feel of that flooring. Bathroom accessories can be really expensive, especially if you go for the high-end natural woven look. But I decided that there was absolutely nothing wrong with my hamper and my trash can that a little bit of spray paint could not fix. For a fraction of the cost of buying a new clothes hamper and trash can, I was able to completely upscale them by using this hammered metal spray paint. Now they blend in with the flooring and they're not such an eyesore. We're just about ready to see the before and after of this renter-friendly bathroom makeover on a budget. What was your favorite project so far? If you've been watching for a while but just haven't gotten around to subscribing, I encourage you to do that. And if you've gotten some great ideas so far, don't forget to click that like, thumbs up button. Now it's time to add some finishing touches. This is my husband's side of the bathroom, and the shelves and the hooks are from IKEA. I love these fresh new patterns from Walmart. The towels are the Beautiful Line by Drew Barrymore. And there's nothing like a little vase with a couple of fresh flowers in it to make a bathroom look like a whole new space. This wall-mounted magnifying mirror makes it so much easier to apply my makeup, and it hardly takes up any space. If you dread using a cluttered bathroom and you've told yourself you can do nothing about it because you're renting or you don't have a lot of money or time, I really hope that you can take one of these projects, put it to work, and really upgrade your space. I know that many of you have downsized and are renting out of choice, but many of you are downsizing and renting because of circumstances beyond your control. And I just want to remind you that you are worthy of having a space that you enjoy getting ready in the morning and winding down at night. Just because you are renting a home does not mean that you can't make some simple and easy changes to make it exactly what you want it to be. This was part 2 of this bathroom makeover because you see the storage up above, the lights, and the sign I had created in my first bathroom makeover, and I will link to that at the end of this video. Please comment below and let me know any spaces in your home that you want me to tackle with organization and simple DIY budget-friendly projects to redo them and elevate them. By reducing the wear and tear and the visual clutter in this room, I have really decreased my stress in using this small rental bathroom. And by the way, between my first trip and my second trip to Daiso, they did raise their base price from $1.75 to $2.25. If you loved this video, you're going to want to watch this one next. And do not forget, my friends, today's not the end of your story. So please don't give up.